Chen Zheyuan and Liang Jie finally confirmed the truth about their relationship. Fans are losing it. The moment the world had been waiting for has finally arrived. After years of whispers, fan theories, denials, and moments that blurred the line between fiction and reality, Chen Zheyuan and Liang Jie have finally stepped into the light. And this time, it's not for drama. It's for love. Because tonight, in front of millions of stunned fans, they confirmed what so many had suspected all along, that their story was never just on screen. Hold on tight, K-drama family, because this journey is only just beginning. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The revelations, the emotions, the moments that will change everything. The night that broke the internet. It happened during a live fan event in Shanghai, a celebration marking the anniversary of their hit drama, You Are My Desire. The crowd was electric. Flashlights shimmered like stars. And when Chen Zheyuan and Liang Jie walked onto the stage together, the screams were deafening. For years, they had maintained the perfect facade. Just friends, good colleagues, co-stars with great chemistry. But the way they looked at each other always told a different story. A story fans could feel, even when it was never spoken. As the night went on, the two played games, answered questions, and laughed together, the kind of laughter that carries history. Then came the final segment, a fan question that would change everything. The host smiled mischievously and asked, "You've been rumored together for years. So tell us, once and for all, what are you really to each other?" The audience erupted, chanting their names, begging for an answer. Chen Zheyuan glanced at Liang Jie. She looked nervous, but there was something else in her eyes. Relief. He reached for her hand. And then, with a calm smile and a voice that trembled just slightly, he said, "We stopped being co-stars a long time ago." The crowd gasped. Some screamed. Some cried. Liang Jie covered her face, overwhelmed, but when she looked up again, there were tears in her eyes and a smile that could melt the world. "We tried to keep it ours," she said softly, "but love, it always finds its way out." The arena fell into chaos. The confession everyone thought they'd never hear had just happened live. Years of denial, now made clear. Their story wasn't new, it was years in the making. Ever since they starred together in the romantic fantasy series The Eternal Love, fans had noticed something different. The chemistry wasn't just written, it was alive. Every glance, every improvised moment on set, every behind-the-scenes clip told a story that words never could. Rumors began back then, whispers of stolen glances between takes, of quiet dinners after filming, of flowers sent to dressing rooms when no one was watching. But both had always denied it. "We're just good friends," Chen would laugh. "He's like a brother," Liang would say, though the way her eyes softened betrayed her words. Then came the years of separation, different dramas, different co-stars, and yet neither was ever seen with anyone else. Every so often, eagle-eyed fans would spot matching bracelets, identical phone cases, or similar captions posted hours apart. Coincidence? Maybe. But now the truth makes every one of those details feel like a love letter written in plain sight. The hidden years. Insiders have now begun to reveal that their relationship quietly began over 4 years ago, shortly after filming wrapped on The Eternal Love 3. It was private, protective, a love born not in the spotlight, but in the quiet corners of shared life. One close friend shared anonymously. They promised each other they wouldn't go public until they were both ready, not until their careers were strong enough to stand on their own. They didn't want love to be a headline. They wanted it to be a choice. And that choice they finally made together. The world reacts. Within minutes of the confession, social media exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Chen Zheyuan Liang Jie confirmed and hashtag Love Always Finds a Way took over every trending chart across Asia. Fans were in tears, of joy, disbelief, and pride. One fan wrote, "We watched them fall in love in dramas, and now we're watching them fall in love in real life. This feels like the ending we all prayed for." Another said, "This isn't a scandal. This is poetry." They chose love over fear. Even other celebrities joined in, flooding the comments section with heart emojis and quiet congratulations. But the most touching response came from their former director, who posted a photo of them on set years ago with a single caption. Some stories don't end when the cameras stop rolling. The post that sealed it all. Just hours after the event, Chen Zheyuan took to Weibo with a photo that nearly broke the internet. It showed him and Liang Jie sitting on a park bench, no makeup, no glamour, just two people leaning into each other as the sun set behind them. The caption read,
"No scripts.
No lines, just us." Minutes later, Liang Jie reposted it with her own words. "My favorite role is yours." The posts gathered millions of likes within hours, with fans flooding the comments section with messages of love, support, and pure emotion. Industry reactions. The entertainment industry, so often known for its secrets and silences, has responded in rare unity. Production companies, fellow actors, and directors have expressed admiration for the couple's bravery. One entertainment columnist wrote, "In a world where image is everything, Chen Zheyuan and Liang Jie chose authenticity. And that's what makes this love story timeless." Brands have already begun reaching out for joint endorsements, while fan clubs have joined together to plan a massive global celebration, a day of love in their honor. Behind the confession. Sources close to the couple say the timing of their revelation was deeply intentional. After years of living under pressure, both wanted to move forward without hiding, especially as they're reportedly preparing for a new project together. An insider revealed, they said they were tired of pretending to be just friends. They wanted to breathe freely, to love freely. The beginning, love in the quiet hours. It started small. During the filming of The Eternal Love, there was a scene, a simple one. A glance between characters. A pause that lasted longer than written. What no one knew was that, in that silence, something real had begun to bloom. Between takes, they'd talk about music, about their families, about how exhausting fame could be. Liang Jie once joked, "You always look serious on camera, but I know you're just trying to hide how shy you are." He laughed, embarrassed. But that was how it always was with them, easy.
Real.
Unforced. Crew members began to notice the small things. How Chen Zheyuan would always hand Liang Jie her jacket when it got cold, how she'd save him snacks from catering, how their eyes seemed to find each other even when surrounded by a crowd. At first, it was friendship. Then, without either of them realizing it, it became something more. The promise. After filming wrapped, the two made a quiet promise to each other. "Let's not rush. Let's protect what we have," Liang Jie whispered. And Chen Zheyuan nodded, his voice steady but soft. "No matter what happens, I'll be here. Just stay with me, even if the world doesn't know." From that day on, their relationship became a secret they cherished, a love letter hidden between busy schedules and public denials. They never met in crowded restaurants, never went on obvious dates. Instead, they'd steal hours in the middle of long shooting days, shared car rides, private goodbyes, or silent phone calls before bed. In one interview years later, when asked what happiness meant to him, Chen Zheyuan smiled faintly and said, "Happiness is when someone still chooses to stay, even when they could walk away."
No one understood it then.
But now it all makes sense. The new beginning. Today, their relationship stands stronger than ever. They're no longer hiding, no longer bound by silence or fear. They're reportedly living together in a quiet neighborhood in Beijing, a cozy apartment filled with books, art, and reminders of a journey built on patience and trust. They still work separately, but insiders reveal they're already considering a new project together, one that might just bring their love story back to the screen. And when asked recently about how love has changed him, Chen Zheyuan said during an interview, "Love doesn't change who you are. It reminds you who you've always been." The legacy of their love. Their story isn't just about celebrity romance. It's about courage. The courage to love in silence. The courage to tell the truth when the world is watching. The courage to hold on to something real in a world built on illusion. And as fans look back on the journey, From scripted kisses to real confessions, they realize something powerful. Some stories don't end when the cameras stop rolling. They begin there. They waited. They endured. And when the time was right, they chose love.